Hello, everyone, and welcome back to My Education. Today, we have with us Dr. Anjali, who is a senior physiotherapist. She has completed her master's in physiotherapy in orthopedics. She's also a certified orthopedic manual therapist. Our today's episode focuses on muscle strength and its importance in 2025. We spoke a lot about how strength and mobility matter more than ever. I can't wait for you guys to look at the full podcast. So let's get started. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So let's go. Hello, Anjali. Thank you so much. And I would say welcome to Education. And I'm
Um,
super excited to have you.
Hi,
And
Tanisha.
so, the topic that, the theme of today's podcast would be muscular health in 2025 and why strength and mobility matter more than ever.
Yes.
And I think you would be the best person to be answering the questions. So I'm super excited to be asking you all the questions that we have.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here, actually, and giving me a platform to talk about the things that I really like and, to be able to share everything. I'm hoping for it to be a wonderful experience.
And I'm also super excited. So what I'll do is I'll just dive right into
Yes,
the
yes,
first question.
yes.
And that's something that I think it's a personal question as well. I also keep thinking about it. So I'll just ask what I think as well. It's like a question that I'm extremely inquisitive about. So we
Sure.
often think about muscle weakness to be associated with something that we would experience when we are older. But
Right.
are younger people today experiencing the loss in their muscle strength lately?
Well, I would say definitely yes. My answer to this would be straight up without hesitation, yes. And it's not just me. There are multiple studies that have shown that the younger population now is losing muscle strength more than expected and way earlier than expected. Now, ideally, muscle loss or muscle strength loss or mass loss, it was supposed to be something that happens after the age of 35 or 40. But now
Okay.
studies have shown that it is happening even in 20-year-old and 30-year-old individuals. Whereas in 20s and 30s, you should have peak muscle strength. But right now things are
Mhm.
reverse. Multiple
Yeah.
studies show that, people like our generation right now is much weaker than our parents were at our age.
Yeah.
And I have
Evident.
definitely, like, we all face the same problems. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
people in their 20s now have back pain, neck pain, so many issues
Yeah.
that they ideally should not have until they turn 40 or 50, unless there is some other disease that is
Yeah.
seeding in. So, yes,
Yeah.
definitely the generation is losing muscle strength. The causative factors, if you want to think why this is
Yeah.
happening. So, first up that I would attribute is to lifestyle factors, and secondary would be
Mhm.
environmental shifts. So, lifestyle factors, now we all agree that we have a very sedentary life. We are glued to our
True.
desk, 8
Mhm.
to 10
Yeah.
hours a day, we are just sitting. So, lifestyle,
Yeah.
sedentary lifestyle is the main culprit, what is happening with the muscle strength. Secondary would
Yeah.
be diet. Now we all are eating, processed foods and everything. Now
Yeah.
macronutrients, micronutrients, they are so important for your muscle health. But the diet that we
Yeah.
have right now as a younger population is very poor. So these two are the
Yeah.
major culprit when it comes to decline in the muscle health. So
And
definitely yes.
yeah, and I also feel that, I would say if we look at the older generation, and correct me where you feel I'm
Sure.
saying something incorrect, is that phones came in pretty late. So now we have like a way of sitting wherein we're half sitting, half lying down,
Yes.
and we are scrolling our phones. So I think,
Definitely. Yes, yes.
and
Even
our posture, I mean,
yes, yes.
right?
That is also a main culprit. But more
Yeah.
than that, it is a lookout, a perspective towards fitness and health. Most of the school children now you see they are in their phones all the time. Initially,
Yeah.
school used to promote, outdoor plays and everything. But nowadays, even
Yeah.
teenagers are glued to their phones. I have had teenager patients in the age of 15, 16 having back pains and neck pains. And I'm like, you should not have this. This is not
Yeah.
your age to have back pain. So this is happening
Yeah.
pretty early. Also,
Yeah. And if we,
automation is, I mean, I wouldn't say that technology is bad and automation is bad,
yeah.
but because of everything that has come forward, the manual labor has reduced so much so that now we've become sedentary. We don't have to do anything. Machines are doing all our jobs, which is also
Yeah.
okay. It has its pros and cons, but this is one of the cons that we've become very inactive because of it. So that can also be another reason why this is happening.
I mean, a balance in everything is good, right? Like, I'll move on to our second question.
Sure.
So, how much of your muscle health depends on your daily movement? I know you touched a little upon it, but I will go a little deeper with my question.
Yes.
That, when we think about walking, doing those 10,000 steps, and, using your body weight to do some kind of activities, do you think that it actually makes like a real difference in your muscle health?
Well, we'll just go ahead with something that is what is exactly the difference between daily movements and structured workouts.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
daily movements are something that, are incidental activities, either walking or stair climbing or,
Yeah.
sitting down, step up, step down. These are daily activities. And a
Yeah.
structured workout is something where you have a fixed set of exercises, you're targeting
Mhm.
particular muscles, you're doing certain sets, certain repetitions, you're taking a certain load. So, that is a structured
Yeah.
workout. Now, daily
Okay.
movements are definitely helpful when you want to talk about maintaining the muscle health, if you want to
Mhm.
preserve your physical health. So, daily movements will help you definitely with mobility. They will help you with endurance. They will help you to keep your joints more and more, flexible and mobile. But
Yeah.
if your goal is to build maximize muscle strength, then daily movements
Okay.
are not helpful. You will need a structured workout. So daily
Okay.
movements are for people, say, who are beginners or people who have
Mhm.
previously been very, very sedentary and are now want to start
Mhm.
with something. So, to begin with,
Yeah.
daily movements are absolutely helpful. In fact, there is a study that says that if people who walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day, they have a much better lower body strength and function as compared to people who
Yeah.
don't. So definitely daily movements are helpful, but it depends on your goal actually.
Yeah.
That way.
Okay. Okay.
And well,
Uh,
bottom line would be to keep a balance between the two. They are both important and they're both important in their own phases.
yeah, absolutely makes sense. And just like asking you something apart from the question, you know how you get those Amazon treadmills?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I have heard a lot of different things about it. I'm not pretty sure, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask you that.
Sure,
There
sure.
are people who work probably two jobs, so work at a particular place, do some research or study as well. They don't get the time probably to go out every day. Do
Yes.
you think that having those things like those treadmills and doing the home workout, and do they act like, are they beneficial, or it's just like a fad?
No, no, they are definitely beneficial because if people who are not
Okay.
doing anything at all, and
Yeah.
if they just start, they just get that walking pad in their house, and if
Yeah.
they are walking while working, or if they just squeeze in a certain steps throughout the day, I think that is definitely helpful. Again, they
Okay.
will not increase their muscle strength to the maximum, but it is definitely helpful if you want to maintain your physical health. It's way better
Yeah.
than being inactive. It's way better than sitting there for
True.
8 to 10 hours. At least you're
Yeah.
walking while working. So that
Yeah.
is definitely helpful. Again, there are, these standing workstations that have come into picture. So again, you
Oh
change your
yeah.
posture, you go from sitting to standing, and then while standing, you walk while working. So that is definitely helpful. Much better than just
Mhm.
sitting, definitely.
True.
And
True.
it's an
Right.
easier
And
way.
I was also thinking to buy that for myself. So I was like, let me just ask you,
Mm.
like, is it really good? Because I've heard like mixed reviews about it. And those reviews are definitely not from experts. They
Yes.
are reviews from not people in that domain.
Mm.
So it's always essential to ask an
Yes.
expert before
Definitely.
making like a perspective about it, I think.
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
No, thank you so much for that expert advice on that. If someone is in their 20s and 30s, they start prioritizing their muscle health, say now, what are the benefits, and are there any benefits that they would see in their 50s and 60s?
Okay. Well, if you start, take it as, people understand more when I talk about money. So take it as
Yeah, okay.
you are earning right now in your 20s and 30s. Definitely everybody
Yeah.
has a plan that, when they retire, they should have enough
Mhm.
amount saved or they should have
Yeah.
enough money flowing in by the time you stop working.
Yeah.
Take muscle health
Yeah.
as the same thing. If you start investing in your muscle health right now, in your 20s, in your
Yeah.
30s, definitely you will have a better quality of life when you are 60 or 70. Okay, like I've curated a
Yeah.
little example right now. Say,
Yeah.
just an example, that this is your muscle when you are 30. Okay, this is a
Okay.
muscle of somebody who isn't working, is very sedentary. Now, what happens
Okay.
is when that person reaches 40 years of age, certain fibers reduce. Okay, again at 50 years of age, this is a very simple example, certain fibers reduce.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
60, this is you by 70. Okay, now if you say, for example, start working in your 20s and 30s, okay, you are
Yeah.
definitely working out and you are, gaining muscle strength. So now this becomes
Yeah.
your muscle at 30. Now this is you at 40, this is you at 50, this is you at 60. Now
Mhm.
this is you at 70. So you see the difference?
Mhm.
So that
Yeah.
is what happens if you start working out early. And when I
Yeah.
talk about strength, everybody thinks that why do I need strength? I don't want to build a body. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a
Yeah.
sports person. I'm not an
Mhm.
athlete. But
Yeah.
everybody needs muscle strength. And this is a major health concern actually that people are not talking about it. Everybody
Yeah.
needs muscle strength. Your muscle strength affects your bone density, it affects your joints, it affects your postures. In fact, if you are strengthening your muscles, it will help you with other metabolic diseases as well, which might happen when you are older. It reduces your risk
Okay.
of diabetes, it reduces your risk of becoming obese. Whenever you lose
Mhm.
muscle, 90% of the time that loss is replaced by fat. So all of
Yeah.
these ill effects can be, tackled if you start working out early, if you start taking your physical health seriously. So by the
Okay.
time you are 50 and 60, you might be able to, climb a flight of stairs. You will be able to
Mhm.
lift your groceries. You will be able to at least carry out your daily activities. Right.
Activities.
And
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
20s and 30s, our body is in our prime.
Yeah.
Whatever you put your body through, it will handle it. So you might not even realize what is happening. You'll be like, I'm fine, I'm fit, my body, I don't have aches and pains. But you'll
Mhm.
realize when you're 60 that what is
Yeah.
happening. So somebody who works out, takes their physical health seriously will have such a better life later on in 60s and 70s. And right now, people will not realize it in their 20s and 30s because their body can
Yeah.
take all the stresses that they put them through.
Yeah.
Later on,
Yeah.
the body gives up. So it's
True.
very, very important. And even slightest of movements, something that you do daily will definitely yield results later on. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's very helpful.
I I think you motivated me only now by saying all this because I feel as, and we always have an excuse. And what you said is what I exactly say. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. Why
Yes,
should I do strength training?
yes,
My
yes,
husband tells me that no, you will need that when grow older. And I'm somebody who's from the healthcare background myself. And imagine I say this, that I really wonder what people like. I'm not saying just people from healthcare would know about it. There are very educated people who
yes,
know that strength
yes,
training is super
definitely,
essential,
definitely.
right?
Yes,
But we always have an excuse. I don't know why, but for doing anything for ourselves, we always have an excuse, as you said, because we are in our prime years, right now.
yes,
So we feel that what can happen?
wow,
Like I'm doing everything, nothing. But yeah, exactly what you say,
yes,
that when you grow old, some things are inevitable. It's
yes,
what you do right now will create a long lasting impact
yes,
and will probably create a healthier muscle health for you to
yes,
tackle things ahead, right?
yes, yes. And even
Yes.
aging is inevitable. We know everybody is going to age.
Yeah.
You just age
Yeah.
better, you know, if you
Yeah.
are fit.
Yeah. Exactly. And around I see like so many people in their 50s and 60s, and I see them irrespective of the weather here. They will run,
Um,
they will do their running, they will do their strength training. And
absolutely.
I think discipline is super
Very,
important, right?
very, very. Consistency and discipline, these are the two very important things. I would say consistency is way more important than intensity of your training.
True.
Consistency is very
Yeah.
important. I have seen people who, they tell me that I go to the gym for 2 hours in the morning, so I'll be fine. But after going to the gym, you spend 10 hours sitting on your chair. That is not going
Hmm.
to help. You need
Yeah.
movements every day. You need frequent movements. So that consistency is very,
Okay.
very important. Even
Yeah, the small breaks,
yes,
right?
absolutely, absolutely. Even people in 20s nowadays, they come to me and they're like, Dr. Anjali, I have back pain. So I'm like, what happened? Like, I slept wrong last night. I'm like, you're 23. You sleep however you want. You should not have pain in the morning, right? So,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
have that too sometimes. So,
just move your leg
yeah,
1 inch here and there is a catch in your back. So these are all
yeah.
signs of a weak body. So yeah.
Yeah, you made me thinking. And no, I feel it's so essential and practice what you preach. Like I think for myself also now I'm talking to like so many experts like yourself. I feel it's an eye opener that just
Definitely.
get up and do something for
Yes.
yourself. Just just do that.
Well, even before
No,
I
thank
became a
you.
physio, I was not
Hmm.
taking my physical health seriously. Let me tell you that straight up. Before I became a physiotherapist, even I was unaware of how important physical activity is. So it's also about how
Yeah.
society sees it. Awarenesses that are
Yeah.
created is very less. So
I know the taboo is not there now, but it's always like I think when I was growing up, during that time, uh, it was always associated that men go to the gym and
yeah,
strength
yes,
training is always
yes,
associated to that stereotype of
yes.
women don't do strength training,
I know.
right?
Somewhere now it has gotten so much better. I see so
Yeah,
many
exactly.
females in the gym, and it's good to see actually. It's
Yeah,
equally
and I
important.
see. Yeah, it is completely shifted now. It's not like
Very much, very much.
things have not shifted, but while I was a
Yeah.
child and growing up, I did see that. So somehow it got conditioned in my mind.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Definitely.
I
This
can't
is
do so much
happening.
strength training, but it's just conditioning. But it's time to see that there are a lot of other women who are doing strength training, how beneficial it is for women
Yes. Yes.
as well,
Yes.
because
Very,
our
very
body
important.
loses a lot of bone density compared to
Men.
men. And we have
Definitely.
like our monthly cycle, and
Yes. Yes.
that
Yes.
also has an influence, right? So it's
Yes.
so important
Yes.
for
Yes.
women to do strength training. So just
Very, very, very. Because obviously
yeah,
female
and
bodies are way more different, and then there is menopause that happens, and you keep
yeah,
losing bone density. So we have
yeah,
different problems, definitely. So it's not just for men now, and I'm glad that this shift has happened over the years. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. So no, thank you so much, and I'm glad we spoke about it. We
yeah,
spoke about women, women, how important it is for women also to do strength training. So yeah, and for everyone. And
yes.
also, just one quick question. So when do you think is the right age for somebody to get a physio consultation? Like
There, just for strength training, you mean just for physical fitness?
yeah, just for physical fitness, because now you see the lifestyle is changing so much. Our postures are changing. We are so much glued to the screen, as we just spoke about. There's very less physical activity. Do you think it's good for teenagers also just to get a consultation, even if things are not going wrong,
Yes,
or is it
yes,
like
yes, definitely. Even teenagers can consult a physio. In fact, you can, consult a pediatric physiotherapist. There are specialties for it. And then they can give you the recommended level of exercises that you need to do as per your age, as per your body. Because every body,
okay?
even though we have the same muscles and same bones, it's still different. Every body is different.
Yeah,
So if you can consult a physio anytime, you don't have to have aches and pains in your body to consult. Just for
yeah,
the sake of physical fitness, you can visit physio anytime. They'll do an entire fitness testing, and then they'll give you a protocol that is tailor made for you. It is structured for you. So there is no
yeah.
particular age. Even in their 40s and 50s, if you come and tell me I want, to become more
Hmm.
physically fit, I can still help you. It's not that in your 40s, 50s you
Yeah,
cannot do it. So at
yeah,
any age you can consult. It's just that you visit a proper person, just visit an expert meant
yeah,
for you. That should help.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like after talking to like two physiotherapists, I feel it's more like how we do lab test and do
Yes.
diagnostics. I
Yes.
think it's also like a preventative measure. Like even as a child, I remember myself carrying my bag in the worst position, and that shaped the way I sit today,
So,
though I
yes,
intentionally try to
yes,
correct it. That's why I just wanted to like, if
yes,
I could spread some awareness about it, I just wanted to
yeah, yeah,
do that. So I'll move on to like
yeah,
our
sure.
final question that I have for you. For the so it's for every listener out there who rarely thinks about muscle strength. What are small actions that they could take today to begin strengthening and protecting their muscle health?
Okay. Small actions that you can take right now is just, get up from your chair 10 times. Do 10 sit-ups right now. It'll take 10 seconds, max 20 seconds. So, just start incorporating movements as much as you can. Our bodies are meant to move. The entire human body is designed for movement, and we are not doing justice to it. Definitely not.
Mm.
So just
Yeah.
small things is like if you're sitting for an hour, just get up, walk around for 2 or 3 minutes. If you're sitting in a chair, just move your hands, move your legs, get up and get down, perform a few squats, or just climb a flight of stairs and come. These are small actions
Okay.
that you can start or incorporate in your daily activities. And then, if you are comfortable, if you have time, then go for structured workouts. And if your goal is again to, gain maximal strength or peak strength, then you should go ahead and seek proper help and get a workout plan for
Yeah.
yourself. But walking, at least, I recommend that people start walking, stair
Yeah.
climbing, simple squats, simple push ups. Now, push up is not a simple exercise, definitely, but there are
Yeah.
modified push ups, there are incline push ups. So, you just start with some movement at least. Your body will be
Yeah.
thanking you later, definitely.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure. And there are also so many resources for us right now. We have YouTube
Yeah,
videos. We have
yes, yes,
so
yes,
many
yes.
things, right?
So many,
We
so
have,
many. Just type a
yeah,
word
and
and you'll have a list
yeah,
of things to, take
it,
information from, grab onto it. So, yeah.
no, and I think we all should just leverage it and give your body, like, just move, give the body
Movement.
the
Yes,
movement.
yes, yes. Movement is the
Uh,
key.
yes. And I read somewhere movement is medicine. It's a most underrated medicine that's
Yes.
available with yourself that you don't
Don't take
give.
it
So
seriously. Yes, yes, yes.
no, that's super important. And also just summarizing what you said, that when we talk about small actions, it can be something as simple as getting up from your chair, doing those micro movements, and right, and just walking, just start. And again, like, correct me of what I absorbed is, it's all about starting out. It's like something is better than nothing.
Nothing. Yes, definitely. Something is definitely better than nothing.
Yeah, and one day at a time. Like, I also see like people just go all out for like a
The
few months, and they
weekend warriors
completely
is,
then
yeah.
and then completely bounce back to doing nothing. I'm one amongst them.
Mm.
So it's rather you gradually,
Yes,
I think what I've learned is
yes,
gradually start.
yes,
Don't go like all out. Rather, as you mentioned, again, just repeating it, consistency is more important than
yes,
intensity.
yes, yes,
So just
yes.
we should all focus on that, right?
Yes, definitely. Start small at least, and then you can, progressively increase it with time eventually, as in when you get comfortable. And nobody, I'll tell you, nobody who's started exercises has told me that I don't like it later on after a couple of months. They are actually happy that they started
Yeah.
and they always want to do more. So
Yeah,
nobody's ever
because they
told
see
me
the
that it was
results,
a,
right?
yes, nobody's ever said it was a bad decision to start exercising or it was a bad decision to start moving.
Yeah,
Nobody ever. So just
yeah,
start something like that.
yeah. No, that makes sense. Thank you so much for
Oh,
summarizing all these questions in such a crisp manner. I would say, like, it was so beautifully said, and I think everybody would have the time to just look at this quick conversation and implement small changes in their life. And I really hope that this benefits
no,
everyone out
that's
there, and they start,
same.
they, yeah, they just start taking their health a little more seriously and be good to their body.
Actually,
So
yes, yes.
yeah,
Be good to your bodies.
yeah, no, thank you so much, thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you so much for having me here again.